So, wenn alles geklappt hat, bin ich jetzt live. So, moin Leute, herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Runde Virtue's Last Reward. Ich weiß, ich streame in letzter Zeit sehr, sehr häufig. Liegt unter anderem daran, dass ich gerade ein kleines bisschen gesundheitlich angeschlagen bin und nicht ganz so viel Sport abends machen kann wie sonst. Und deshalb, ja, dann kommt stattdessen halt das hier. Aber gut, es gibt ein paar Leute, die sich drüber freuen, von daher. Aber gut. Wir hatten letztes Mal ein paar zusätzliche Enden. Also wir hatten das Tenmyoji-Ende, wir hatten das Alice-Ende. Und, Moment, wir hatten, glaube ich, sogar noch. Ach nee, Quatsch, wir hatten ja Dio, Kay und Clover schon vorher. So, ich muss gerade noch wieder ein bisschen reinkommen. Also, zuallererst mal, wir haben jetzt über das Alice-Ende so die Beweise, die wir noch brauchten, um in zwei Situationen dann eine Frage zu beantworten. Nämlich einmal in der Sigma-Route, einmal in der Phi-Route. Wer hat die Bomben gelegt? Gut, das war uns streng genommen schon vorher bewusst, dass das Dio war. Oh, ich merke, ich kann mich ein kleines bisschen. Ich kann mein Mikro ein bisschen lauter stellen, dann passt das auch noch ein bisschen besser. Aber gut, jedenfalls, da hatten wir ein paar relativ deutliche Informationen. Aber das alleine reicht natürlich noch nicht unbedingt. Wie soll man sagen? Wir kamen da noch nicht an den Punkt, an dem wir die Bomben hätten entschärfen können. Und das ist jetzt die Frage, wo machen wir weiter? Da jetzt momentan sich im Chat noch niemand tummelt, nehme ich mir einfach mal wieder so einen schönen Würfel und sage jetzt einfach mal, wir nehmen bei 1 bis 3 die linke Strecke und bei 4 bis 6 die rechte Strecke. Oh, nee, ich sehe gerade, es ist doch jemand dazugekommen, aber ob man das dann im Chat sieht, weiß ich immer noch nicht. Weil immer wieder gucken auch mal Leute gerne rein und sind dann sehr schnell wieder weg. Das gibt es ja auch schon mal. Ist jetzt nicht unbedingt das zuschauerstärkste Spiel auf meinem Kanal, aber es ist trotzdem eines, das mir einfach sehr, sehr viel Spaß macht, weil die Story einfach absurd genial ist. Aber gut, ich würfel jetzt. 2, wir machen also in der Sigma-Route weiter. Also, Leute, anschnallen, Grindset einschalten und los. Entschuldigung, da musste es sein. So, wer hat die Bombe gepflanzt? Genau, gepflanzt vor allem. Plantet heißt ja in dem Fall eher gelegt. So. Wait.
Huh?
You only need to search one person. Kurze Situation, wir haben diese Bomben gefunden. Es ist vorher Alice mit Radical Six durchgedreht. Und diese Musik. Also man kann sagen, was man will, aber dieser Soundtrack dieses Spiels ist einfach genial.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them.
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Phi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person... is you, Dio.
Come on, what is this? Are you high?
Vor allem ist es eigentlich bei Dio so eine Sache, die nicht wirklich als Schock kommt. Und das finde ich sehr interessant, weil Dio ist offensichtlich so der Danger Factor, sagen wir mal, im Vergleich zu. Also im ersten Spiel war es halt eindeutig Ace. Hier bei Dio ist es viel, viel eindeutiger als bei Ace. Gleichzeitig ist es aber auch so, dass Dio dabei so ein totaler Trottel ist. Und man merkt halt, er kann nicht der Drahtzieher sein und irgendwie steckt da noch viel, viel mehr hinter. Aber er ist halt der es für alle anderen einfach versaut. Und das, finde ich, macht seine Rolle darin irgendwie auch interessant. Aber gut. Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Kay, but could you hold him down?
Well...
It's on him, I promise.
Knock it off, Sigma. You're doing this all backwards.
So, this isn't a court. Besides, all I want to know is who set the bombs.
Ugh.
And why are you getting so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then a search will show that, and I'll look like an idiot.
Nice try, but that's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so. What are you even basing this on? How do you know I set the bombs?
Because
Just spit it out.
I know about the Myrmidons.
The what?
I beg your pardon?
No. How do you know that, Sigma?
Oh, that's not all I know. I know about Free the Soul, and I know about Brother.
What the hell are you talking about?
I can tell you the details later. But there's no question that you were the one who set up the bombs.
Who the fuck do you think you are? None of that has anything to do with me. I don't know who the Myrmidons are. And I don't know what Free the Soul is, and I certainly don't know anything about some old fart called Brother.
Heh. Oh, Dio. Tell me, how does that food taste? Who the Myrmidons are? I don't recall saying the Myrmidons were people. And what about Brother? How would you know his age if I haven't said anything besides his name?
Wait, so he's left? But that means he's a terrorist.
A terrorist?
Oh dear.
Left?
Well, looks like I won't be able to talk my way out of this one. Seriously though, when did we get so famous? The Myrmidons aren't supposed to be something anybody knows about, let alone you two jokers. Okay, you got me. Yes, I'm the leader of the Myrmidons. My real name is Left. I was sent here to stop Zero Senior's AB plan. That's why I planted the bombs. If it looked like the plan might actually succeed, I was supposed to blow this whole place sky high.
AB plan?
What's that?
Oh, well, looks like you don't know everything after all. I should have been more careful. Then again, it's not like it really matters. After all, you're gonna die here.
What?
God damn it, no! I leapt toward him.
Whoa there. Better not come any closer. You think I'm not prepared for this? Take one step and it'll be your last.
Then, that thing you're holding.
It's the detonator.
Yeah, I guess it is. Now back the fuck off!
Dio, please calm down. If you press that button, you'll die too.
So? Believe me, there's plenty more where this came from.
What?
Now that we've cleared that up, back off! Come on, move it! Go, go, go!
We had no choice. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. All of us, except for one. Tenmyoji.
Hey, Grandpa, your hearing gone? I said back off!
No.
You... I'm not screwing around here.
I can see that. So why don't you do it? Go ahead. Press that button.
What?
Tenmyoji!
Oh, something wrong? Hurry it up. I'm not getting any younger. Oh? Do I sense hesitation? What's the matter, Dio? Scared? Well?
You son of a bitch.
So you were just bluffing?
I'm not bluffing, goddammit. You hear me? I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. But there's really something I should tell you. See that detonator you're holding? It's a fake.
What?
For just an instant, Dio's eyes twitched down to the device in his hand. That was all the opening Tenmyoji needed.
Yeah!
Also man kann von ihm sagen, was man will. Der Alte hat doch ordentlich was auf dem Kasten. He cried out as he leapt through the air. Tenmyoji's leg shot out, knocking the detonator from Dio's hand. Shit. Not good.
What happened?
The detonator. He doesn't have it anymore.
What? What's happening? There's a red light on it now.
Oh, you really fucked up, Tenmyoji. This is what happens when you try to show off.
What?
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I didn't have time to tell you how it worked.
What are you saying?
The detonator isn't supposed to be separated from Dio. If it is, then the timer on the bombs automatically activates.
Damn, how much do you know? Fine, whatever. Well, he's right. If that thing ever gets more than a meter away from me, it activates. When it does, it starts the timers on all the bombs. So thanks to this old fart, you get to try and defuse a bunch of activated bombs on a countdown. You can go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Once the timers have been activated, they'll go off anyway.
How long do we have? When do they explode?
You should know, Sigma. Why don't you tell her?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? That's crazy!
Yeah.
How do we stop them?
The emergency deactivation passwords.
None of us know them, though.
Right, none of us know. But there's someone who does, isn't there?
Okay. I'll give you one, since I'm such a swell guy. The password for bomb number 2 is EQD DYR NTK.
Übrigens eine Kleinigkeit, diese ganzen Passwörter sind streng genommen, wenn man es ganz genau nimmt, Kodierungen für andere Sätze. Also klingt jetzt ein bisschen bescheuert, aber gehen wir einfach mal durch. Also man muss zumindest die, die Buchstaben quasi einfach nur ein bisschen versetzen. In diesem Fall dieses EQD und so weiter. Gehen wir mal durch. Jetzt hier zum Beispiel EQD, DYR, NTK. Gehen wir einfach immer einen Buchstaben höher. Dann haben wir FRE, EZS, OUL. Free the Soul. Also das ist... Ansonsten gibt es halt einmal dieses... Ich glaube, wir haben inzwischen sogar alle. LXAQNSGDQ. Daraus wird My Brother. Dann gibt es für Bombe Nummer 3 LXQLHCNMR. Das steht für Myrmidons. Wobei man sagen muss, in der japanischen Originalversion hießen die gar nicht Myrmidons, sondern Clay Dolls. Warum man das geändert hat, weiß ich auch nicht. Aber das Interessante ist, für Nummer 1, und dazu werde ich dann kommen, wenn wir bei der Nummer 1 Bombe sind, weil da kriegen wir einen sehr interessanten Titel raus.
Bomb number 2?
But we haven't found that one yet.
Oh? Oh. Well, my mistake. Must have slipped my mind. Well, there's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have the input device. Really, it'll be much easier if you all just give up.
Where's the input device?
Oh gosh, I wonder.
Where did you put the number 2 bomb?
Shoot, you know, I just can't remember.
Schon habe ich kurz einen Schluck getrunken. You son of a bitch.
Anyway, I think it's time for me to be moving on.
Moving on?
To where?
What, I have to explain everything? To the next world, of course.
No! Wait! I threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arm pinned.
Shit! Let go of me, goddammit! Get off of me! Let me go!
He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started trying to pry his open.
Hey! Hey! I'm not fucking around, alright? Let go of my goddamn arm!
By then the others had run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Even then he refused to stop. With increasing desperation, he tried to get the hand I had grabbed to his mouth.
We don't have a choice. Luna, go get the Soparil.
No! If we put him to sleep, we can't get what we need out of him.
You think I don't know that? What other choice do we have? Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with those bombs. We don't have time for this.
Shit.
What are you doing, Luna? Go! Right. Okay, I've got it. I'm ready when you are.
Ugh. You can do whatever you want to me, you fucking cowards! You're still gonna die! Go ahead, tell yourselves you can fix it. Run around like idiots before you get blown to atoms. Serves you fucking right! You're gonna burn!
Oh, for God's sake! Luna, shut him up! Right. Here goes.
Ich frage mich, wie viel Soporil haben die eigentlich da rumliegen? As they began to climb off of him, I finally pried Dio's hand open. There it was, just what I'd expected. A small, unassuming capsule. I didn't know what was in it exactly, but it was undoubtedly some kind of poison. I stumbled toward the sink and tossed it into the drain. How much time do we have left?
About 20 minutes or so, I think.
And how much time until the white doors open?
The same.
So, what do we do?
We put in those passwords and stop the bombs.
We searched Dio, but he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
Well, only one thing to do then.
And that is?
We split up and find it. Unless any of you have another suggestion? A dismal silence filled the room. Even though no one spoke, I could see the despair on every face.
All right. No point sitting around. Until those things actually go off, we've still got a chance. Sigma, you come with me. We're going to have to go look at the number 3 bomb. See if the timer really has started or not.
Right.
All the rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
What?
Why there?
Just listen. Worst case scenario. We'll open the white doors and go through them to wherever they go. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Understood. We will take them to the Floor B warehouse. Once we've done so, we will begin to search for the input device in the number 2 bomb.
Good. Thanks. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
I turned without waiting and headed for the door. Before I could blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile, then hurried after her.
The light's flashing. I guess the countdown has started. So, what are we going to do? Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed. Right. We'll just have to split up and look for it. I'll look around here, you go check somewhere else.
Okay.
If we get to T-minus 5 minutes, then we'll meet back in the Floor B warehouse. Got it?
I wasn't sure what to say. If we hadn't found it by then, was there really any point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise. You know what they say. Swimsuits never quit.
What? No, that's not a thing. And it doesn't make any sense. Besides, why the hell are you cracking jokes right now?
I'm just, trying to show you that life is still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
Was ist das denn jetzt hier bitte für ein Spruch? Oh, I see. Well, I admit I'm a bit curious.
All right. Looks like we're on the same page. Hey, get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Die Dynamik zwischen den beiden ist teilweise echt interessant. Fine. Be careful, alright? I checked the time on my bracelet as I headed out of the crew quarters and into the hallway. It wasn't good news. Damn. Only 15 minutes. Need to hurry. I broke into a run. Before long, I found myself in front of the infirmary. All too often, what you're looking for is right in front of you. We'd spent a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seemed kind of fitting somehow that it might have been there all along. Or maybe Dio had dropped it here recently. There was no way to know. And in any event, I had to start looking somewhere. Luna? You're still here?
Yes. The others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here. I thought you might come back.
Why?
Because the atom is here. I thought you might want to use it. Isn't that why you're here?
What? I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on with me. It's driving me nuts. Hell, I feel sick. But this isn't the time for that. Being a robot isn't going to mean a lot of if I die. Warum steht da das off? Das off ergibt keinen Sinn. Being a robot isn't going to mean a lot if I die anyway.
Oh. Why did you come here then?
Isn't that obvious? I'm trying to find that input thing so we can turn off the bombs.
Really?
Yes. Why would I lie?
I see. I seem to have made a mistake. I knew you couldn't use the atom without me. So I stayed behind because I thought I might be able to help. I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
She turned and headed toward the exit. Wait. I couldn't just let her leave like that. I sighed. How long would it take?
Not more than 5 minutes or so.
Are you sure? Only 5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do it. Analyze my body. I lay down on the table. Luna picked up the Adams scanner and began to run it across me, slowly and methodically. Dann kriegen wir jetzt eine Antwort. Ist Sigma ein Roboter oder nicht? In a few minutes she was finished.
That's it. You can get up now.
I sat up and hopped off the table. The screen was already starting to show my results. So, what does it say? My eyes were glued to her face, looking for any sign of what the answer might be. She studied the readout for several long seconds before replying.
Well, it says you're not a robot. You're human.
I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. My relief didn't last long.
But your body isn't entirely human.
What?
You're part machine.
Wait, what are you saying?
Look here. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. They're made out of a titanium alloy. On top of that skeleton is artificial biological tissue. It's also called ABT. Your arms are cybernetic.
What? What does that mean?
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical system that interfaces with a biological one. You see all these root-like things around the titanium bones? Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms. I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms too.
What? No, this is ridiculous. I think replacing my arms with robot ones is something I'd remember. And I know they weren't always like this. When I was a kid, I broke my arm and they took an X-ray of it. The doctor told me I had really thick bones and that I must have done something pretty insane to break them. When the hell did this happen? Why did somebody replace my arms? Wait. Okay, let's say you're right and my arms are cybernetic. Wouldn't that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going off?
No. Unfortunately, you probably do still have to worry about that.
Why?
The cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms, which means they interface with the rest of your body, which means that anything injected into them is spread to the rest of your body.
How do you know that?
I just do.
That's not an answer.
Yes, you're right. But not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain.
What?
Don't you know how that feels? How did you know about the garden? How did you know that Dio planted the bombs?
That's,
I'm sorry, Sigma. I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
time? I pressed the buttons on my bracelet and felt my stomach drop. 1 minute. We've only got a minute left.
Sigma, there's one last thing. I was given very specific instructions.
I shuddered. Not because I was scared of what was about to happen, because I was scared of Luna. She was calm, unnaturally so, like a machine with a human face. We were about to die. How could she be so calm?
Please pay attention. This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
Remember? I was about to die. How was I supposed to remember anything?
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember GTF BML 016.
Und das ist die ID, die wir brauchen, um beim Luna-Ende weiterzukommen. Jetzt kann man sich natürlich fragen, was ist das bitte für eine ID? Und haben wir nicht mal eine gesehen, die sehr, sehr ähnlich aussah? Also GTF DML 016. Und vor allem 016 haben wir auch schon woanders gesehen. Auch auf dem Weg ins Luna-Ende. Und zwar mit Blut auf den Schenkel von Clover geschrieben. Auf den Oberschenkel.
With this key, the first gate shall be open to you. There you go. I hope we can meet again someday. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
What? Before she could answer, the world exploded into noise and light, and I disappeared along with it. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Ja, und das ist das Sigma-Ende. Wir haben eine wichtige Information bekommen. Eine sehr wichtige Information, möchte ich meinen. Um nicht zu sagen, wir haben sogar mehrere wichtige Informationen bekommen. Sigma-Ende. Zack, haben wir da jetzt auch sein Gesicht. Und jetzt sehen wir, wir haben mehrere Stellen, an denen wir weiter können. Wir können jetzt entweder hier machen, 5 Minutes of Life. Das war beim Quark-Ende. Da hatten wir nämlich die Sache, dass Sigma eine Ladung von dem Soporil abbekommen hat und sich jetzt fragt, scheiße, was kann ich jetzt machen? Ich habe noch 5 Minuten, bis halt mir dieses verdammte Tubocurarin injiziert wird. Wir haben aber auch beide Teile, um hier weiterzukommen. Und wir könnten natürlich auch hier Dio entlarven. Wir haben auf jeden Fall noch nicht ganz alle Bombenpasswörter. Ich hatte jetzt eben eine Seite auf, wo man die nochmal sieht, damit ich schneller sagen konnte, was uns noch fehlt. Aber gut, ich würde sagen, ich nehme jetzt einen Würfel. Bei 1 bis 2 machen wir eine Luna-Route weiter. Bei 3 bis 4 in der Quark-Route. Und 4 bis 6 in der Phi-Route. 6, die Phi-Route. Ich bin mir jetzt nur nicht sicher. Ich schaue noch mal kurz zur Sicherheit, dass ich nicht irgendwelche Passwörter gleich eingebe, die wir noch gar nicht haben. Da müsste ja auch stehen, wo man die jeweils bekommt. Moment. Nee, ich schaue es jetzt einfach nur, um sicherzustellen, dass wir die auch alle haben. Weil es wird dazu kommen, dass wir tatsächlich Passwörter irgendwo eingeben sollen. Das kann ich schon mal voraussagen. So. Jetzt habe ich es hier. So. Dann machen wir jetzt hier an der Stelle weiter. Who planted the bomb kennen wir. Das heißt, das müssten wir jetzt auch skippen können. Bis zum gewissen Punkt. Oder läuft das jetzt erstmal genauso ab, ist die Frage. Ich glaube nicht ganz. Ah ne, doch, es läuft jetzt erstmal genauso ab. Und das sich jetzt nochmal anzugucken in derselben Folge ist ja auch Blödsinn. Auch Tenmyoji tritt ihm wieder das Ding weg. An welcher Stelle sind wir jetzt? Ach ja, genau, dieses There's someone who does. So. Ich schau nochmal kurz. Ja, den Bomb Zero Code haben wir aus dem Dio-Ende. Bomb 1 Code, also Bomb 1 Code haben wir aus dem Director's Office Escape Room. Bomb 2 Code haben wir aus dem Sigma Ende. Bomb 3 Code aus dem Alice Ende. Die Bombencodes haben wir tatsächlich alle. Ah, okay. Das heißt, die Bombencodes haben wir, uns fehlt nur noch, wo eine bestimmte Bombe liegt. Das ist nämlich noch ein wichtiger Punkt.
What, hoping I might spill the beans? Nice try. Unless one of you is secretly a medium, I think you're shit out of luck.
Wait, a medium?
Well, I'm out. Peace.
Wait. Stop! I threw myself toward Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight on it and kept his arm pinned.
Shit! Let go of me, goddammit! Get off of me! Let me go!
He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started trying to pry his open. Das hatten wir doch auch schon. Das können wir auch skippen. Der versucht sich da immer schön seine Zyankali-Kapsel reinzuhauen. How much time do we have left?
25 minutes or so, I believe.
Oh, diesmal haben wir ein bisschen mehr Zeit.
And how much time until the white doors open?
Aber ja, eine Sache, die ich eben eigentlich noch hätte ansprechen sollen, jetzt mit Sigmas Armen. Wir wissen jetzt also, die Arme von ihm sind quasi einfach technisch extrem weit entwickelte Prothesen. Die Frage ist, warum hat er die überhaupt? Was ist passiert, dass er diese Arme bekommen hat? Weil der hat ja offensichtlich nicht irgendwie super Kraft mit den Dingern oder dass die besonders heftig widerstandsfähig sind, weil es gibt ja auch ein Ende, in dem sind die einfach mal abgetrennt. Die scheinen wirklich zu funktionieren wie völlig normale Arme. Da ist jetzt die Frage, warum braucht er die? Was ist passiert, dass er diese Armprothesen bekommen hat, die funktionieren wie normale Arme? Sehr wichtiger Punkt tatsächlich. Aber gut. Immer wieder dieser glückliche Zufall mit der Zeit. The same.
So, what do we do?
We put in the password and stop the bombs. Ach, übrigens, die Sache mit Luna auch noch eben. Dass sie sagte, sie hat ganz spezifische Anweisungen bekommen. Da ist die Frage, was für Anweisungen und von wem? Das zum Beispiel ist ja auch noch wichtig.
We searched Dio, but he doesn't have a note or anything with the codes on it.
Well, only one option left then.
Yeah, and that is?
Intuition. We trust our hunches.
Are you suggesting we just guess?
Do you have a better idea?
Well, no, but
Wait, there's another way.
What is it?
Before I can tell you, everyone has to promise to do exactly as I say. No questions. What's your answer?
We all nodded.
Good. First of all, Sigma, you're coming with me.
Right.
The rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dio to the Floor B warehouse.
Huh?
Why?
Didn't I say no questions? Good. That's it, we're done.
that's it?
Is there a problem? I seem to recall you promised to do exactly what I told you to do. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
I turned without waiting and headed for the door. Before I could blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile. Take care of these guys, okay? We'll see you back on floor B before you know it. So? Just trust us, alright? Good? I couldn't think of anything else to say. I turned and ran after Phi. Okay. So what do we do?
Get the input device ready.
Alright, done. All hooked up and everything.
How many minutes do we have left?
Well, they'll go off when the doors open, so... 21 minutes.
That means we have 7 minutes per bomb. That includes travel time, though.
Bomb number 2 is in the control room on floor B. And bomb number 1 is also on floor B with the garden. So, we just need to hurry, right?
Yeah.
So what are we supposed to do? I mean, you do have some sort of plan, right?
Well, it's not like I don't have one.
Then stop being so mysterious and tell me. What the hell am I supposed to do?
You need to make a jump.
Jump?
Yeah. To another world. Another history.
I can't.
You didn't just guess that Dio set the bombs, did you? You knew it. Because you remembered it happening in another history, didn't you?
Yeah. I did, but that's... I mean...
You just have to do that again.
So you're saying I need to go to another history and get the password out of Dio somehow?
Doesn't have to be another one. It could be this one. Just go back to the past and question him. Then again, if you do that, you might end up changing things so you don't end up here. That would mean you couldn't deactivate the bombs in this history. So you have to come back to this exact moment, or...
Ah, damn it. This is so confusing.
Well, don't think about it then. We don't have time anyway. Just jump.
Okay. I get it. See you later then. Are you insane? You're talking about transporting myself across space and time. Also, why should I have to do everything? Can't you jump too?
My jumps happen suddenly, out of the blue. I can't control them.
Neither can I.
That's a problem. Alright, consider this. Maybe we've already jumped from another history to this one. But our memories of that history got damaged or something. We forgot most of what happened in that other timeline. If we can remember even a little bit, though. Anyway, it's just a hypothesis.
Are you saying I might know it already? And I just have to try and remember it?
Yeah. I feel like we know. So? Anything? We need the bomb password. Do you remember hearing it in another timeline?
I stared down at the input device. Password. The bomb password. Actually, I did remember it. I had heard it. Yep, und zwar im Alice-Ende. Da wird das nochmal gezeigt. Oh, da müsstest du was gehört haben. Und entsprechend ist dieses Passwort LXQ LHC und NMR. Wie gesagt, wenn man jeden Buchstaben um 1 nach oben versetzt, also L wird zu M, X wird zu Y etc., steht da dann Myrmidons.
Good job. It worked.
Whew. I sighed and wiped what felt like a bucket's worth of sweat from my forehead.
So, you knew the password after all. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess I did.
You heard it in another history?
Yeah.
Just what happened in that other timeline? Never mind. We don't have time for that. How much longer?
18 minutes.
Good. We've still got time. Come on, let's go. We've still got 2 more. The number 2 bomb is next on the list.
Ja, und die wissen in der Zeitlinie leider nicht, dass es noch eine Nummer 0 Bombe gibt. So we're heading to the control room.
Right. No time to waste. Oh, and don't forget the input device.
And then she was gone. I hurriedly disconnected the device from the bomb and chased after her. Aber ja, wir haben halt alle Passwörter schon gefunden und es gibt halt viele Enden, die einem eigentlich nur so ein Passwort geben oder eventuell noch ein paar andere Kleinigkeiten. Aber zum Beispiel das Dio-Ende gibt einem nur das Nummer 0 Passwort, nichts anderes.
You got it?
Yeah, right here.
Hook it up.
Right. Done.
Okay. Hurry it up. Plug in the password.
Done. Hey, what the hell?
Calm down. You probably just typed it in wrong.
No way, I'm sure I did it right.
Try it again.
Yeah, nothing. That password's no good.
Then it's different. All 3 bombs use different passwords.
Yeah, looks like it.
Shit!
Fi slammed her foot against the locker, her face uncharacteristically twisted by anger and frustration.
This is bad. What the hell are we gonna do? Try and remember it. Did you see or hear anything in another history that could be a password? A different password?
You mean like a different history from the other one I remembered?
Yeah. You figured it out there. You just can't remember it very well right now. Remember what happened with the last bomb? This one is just like that.
Another history. Another history. The password. Do I know what it is? Can I remember it? I have to. Und yep, das war aus dem Sigma-Ende, wenn ich mich recht erinnere. Das zweite Passwort. Und zwar... Ja genau, Sigma-Ending. Und hier haben wir eben dieses Free the Soul wieder. Das hat uns ja Dio vorhin erst genannt. Also EQD, DYR und NTK. Free the Soul.
Damn, this is crazy. So you did know it.
Yeah, guess so.
Well, don't scare me like that, all right?
Come on, it's not like I was hiding it. I just couldn't remember it at first. Then it just kind of floated up. Or maybe it drifted down.
Whatever. Point is, we disarmed the thing. Amazing.
You sure don't sound very amazed.
Okay. That just leaves us with the last bomb. It's
It's in the garden.
right. Let's go take care of it while you're on a roll with these things.
Yeah. You make it sound so easy.
Well, don't just stand there. Let's go!
She spun around and was gone. I gripped the input device tightly and headed off after her. Tja, Passwort Nummer 1 haben wir aus dem Director's Office, also von Zero Senior.
Finally. The last one.
Ja,
How many minutes left?
less than 10.
It's okay. We can still make it. Just stay calm, alright? You have the input device?
Yeah. There we go, connected.
Okay, go.
Go?
We've done this twice already. Do you really need a third pep talk?
You want me to remember another password, right?
Exactly. What else would I be talking about?
But
Don't sweat it. You did great the last 2 times. I'm sure this one will be a cakewalk. 3rd time's the charm, right?
that's not really how that's used. I'm just worried that lightning's not gonna strike twice or thrice in this case, I guess.
No, I think mine still works. There's nothing to suggest the 1st and 2nd times aren't charmed too.
I guess so.
Whatever. Just do it. You're the only person who can.
What about you? You can jump to other worlds too, right?
Yeah, but I can't remember things as well as you, alright? I'm doing the best I can, but either I haven't seen the stuff you have, or I just can't remember it. Maybe we've been going to different worlds. Anyway,
Yeah. I'll give it a shot.
I'm counting on you.
The password. The password. The password. Remember. Remember, Sigma. Come on, lightning can strike twice, or even 3 times. You can do it. You did it before, you did it twice before. This is nothing. You're a champion. Come on, Sigma. You can do this. Pull open the door to your memories. Yep, das war beim Tenmyoji-Ende. Und auf dem Weg ins Tenmyoji-Ende. Und hier geht das Passwort wie folgt. B Q Z RGJ DXR. Und jetzt kann man mal überlegen, was wäre das denn dekodiert? Dann haben wir hier C, R, A. Ich kenne natürlich das dann S, H, K, E, Y, S. Crash Keys. Da ist jetzt die Frage, was zum Geier soll Crash Keys sein? Haben wir den Begriff schon mal gehört? Ich glaube nicht. Aber naja, vielleicht haben ja Leute eine Idee, was Crash Keys sein könnte. Ich sag einfach mal, wir haben schon mal etwas gehört, was ähnlich klang. Yeah! Suck on that, Dio, you arrogant son of a bitch! Ah, that feels good. I haven't felt this satisfied in ages. It's like my whole brain is just swimming in endorphins. I feel like it's just going to melt and dribble out of my ears. This is, without a doubt, what heaven feels like. Honestly, I feel like I could fly right now. Hell, I almost wish there was another bomb so I could feel this again. Isn't this great? Hi. Hey, what's going on? You're really harshing the vibe here. Would it really kill you to smile? We just saved everybody. Oh, also, not that I need it or anything, but it sure would be nice to get a thank you or something. Oh, thank you, Sigma. You're the greatest. You're so awesome. I'll dress up in that swimsuit for you, just like I promised. I mean, just the swimsuit thing would be fine, really, but... Are you even listening to me?
I am. You said you wished there was another bomb, right?
Well, I mean, I don't really...
I hope you're happy. You're going to get your wish.
What?
I remembered something too. Just a glimpse. We must have confronted Dio about the bombs. I'm not sure how, but we got him to tell us about them.
Exactly. I've planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3. But there's also one more. Bomb number 0.
I felt a cold shiver run down my spine. Suddenly I remembered it too. I'd heard Dio say those very words in the Floor B warehouse. No. No way.
Looks like you remember it too.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
Shit. We've only got 4 minutes.
Well, hurry up! We need to get to the 0 bomb.
Right. I yanked the input device out of the bomb and turned to chase after... What are you just standing there for? Go, show me where the bomb is.
What? Are you telling me you don't know where it is? You have got to be kidding me!
How the hell would I know where the bomb is? Oh shit, you don't know. She bit her lip and nodded. Damn it. What the hell are we supposed to do now? We can't deactivate the bombs if we don't know where the damn thing is.
Calm down, just calm down. You need to think, Sigma. There has to be a clue somewhere. Pretend you're Dio. You need to hide the bomb. Where would you hide something important?
Hide something important.
Right.
Hide. Hide. If I was Dio, where would I hide? Ah! To be continued. Denn hier fehlt uns leider die notwendige Info, um weiterzukommen. Die Frage ist, wo ist Bombe Nummer 0? Und dann geht's hier weiter. Das heißt, die Punkte, an denen wir jetzt weiterkommen können, ist einmal in der Quark-Route und einmal in der Luna-Route. So. Ich würde sagen, wenn sich da niemand meldet und sagt, wo es lang gehen soll, würde ich nochmal den Würfel nehmen. Aber ich sehe, es ist tatsächlich jemand gerade da. Also man darf entscheiden, wo soll ich lang gehen, links oder rechts. Welche Zeitlinie gucken wir uns an? Geben wir dem Ganzen mal ein paar Sekunden. Aber ja, generell, man merkt, also ich finde es interessant, weil man merkt ja, wie das sich immer mehr zuspitzt an gewissen Stellen und dadurch immer so ein gewisser Spannungsbogen auch gehalten wird. Und das ist beeindruckend. Aber gut. Wie gesagt, es gibt einerseits das Quark-Ende und das Luna-Ende, was uns noch fehlen, oder besser die Route jeweils. Eins von beiden können wir jetzt machen. Und in einem von beiden werden wir wohl auch erfahren, wo die Bombe Nummer 0 liegt. Okay, es meldet sich niemand freiwillig, dann würfel ich. Also 1 bis 3 nehmen wir die linke Route, also die Luna-Route, wo wir dann die ID und so eingeben können. Und bei 4 bis 6 nehmen wir die rechte Route, also die Quark-Route. Es wird die Quark-Route. Five Minutes of Life. Das heißt, die Situation, in der...
What?
Moment.
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
Ja, das hatten wir schon. Das war die Situation, in der wir, um Quark zu retten und das Axelavir von Dio zu bekommen, hingenommen haben, dass der uns verraten konnte. Und also Dio hat die 9 BP voll, Sigmas sind negativ. So, wir skippen den Punkt, weil das kennen wir ja. Zu dem Punkt, wo es jetzt relevant wird. Ich finde es auch vor allem schön, dass man, wenn man die Sachen verfolgt, so ein bisschen nachvollziehen kann.
What's wrong with your hand?
Also man kann so ein bisschen nachvollziehen, welche Route man lang gehen muss, um die Stelle zu finden. Und das finde ich gut.
There's something white on it. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. Your arms are cybernetic.
What the hell was that? I have cybernetic arms? It was both shocking and utterly obvious. Of course my arms were artificial. Titanium alloy bones with an ABT exterior to mimic human skin. But I had no idea why. Nor did I know when my human arms, which I distinctly remembered having, had been replaced. And that flash of Luna I'd seen, I was certain it had never happened. Those things hardly mattered, though. If I survived, I could worry about them later. The fact that my arms were mechanical, however, that might be useful. I called up all the strength I had left and stood one more time. What are you waiting for? Why don't you open it already?
What?
Did I stutter? Open the number 9 door.
Sigma! What are you saying?
Looks like you finally gave up. Whatever. I was just about to flip the switch anyway.
Then hurry up and...
Hey, don't rush me. Okay, you've got 9 BP now, right?
Yes?
Well, what do you say? Want to come with?
I will remain here.
Why?
I cannot abandon Sigma.
Don't worry about me. Go. Eigentlich sehr interessant, dass ich hier... Ich finde es immer genial, wenn die Critical Role Crew da in diesem Spiel so miteinander redet oder sowas. Und ich denke mir immer, jo, das kenne ich in anderen Situationen. Auch mit etwas, zwar mit weniger verstellten Stimmen, aber es ist schön. In diesem Fall quasi Vax, Grog und rechts, also in einem kleinen Rahmen, sehen wir auch noch Vex. Das finde ich sehr schön. Und ja, es gibt einen Unterschied zwischen Vax und Vex, aber das ist wiederum... Guckt The Legend of Vox Machina, es ist lustig. Go. You have to get outside and call for help.
But
Do you think Dio will? If he's the only one who gets out of here, there's no hope for the rest of us. You're the only one we can count on.
I understand.
Great! Glad we got that settled. Shall we go?
No! Stop!
Phi began to move, but it was already too late. Dio grabbed the lever and threw it down.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
It's been fun. Peace!
I promise to call for help and return as soon as I can. Please, do not give up hope.
Yeah, I know. Just get going already. But... just you, Kay.
Huh?
As Dio turned to look at me, I crouched. Then, calling on every last bit of strength my wearied body could supply, I launched myself toward him like a coiled spring. I slammed into his legs, knocking him to the floor and wrapping my hands around his ankle before he could get back up.
Hey! What are you doing, you bastard? The door's gonna close! Let go! Let go, goddammit! Let me go!
He lashed out with his free leg at my head, shoulders, and arms, but I held on. I ignored the pain, tightening my grip with every blow.
Hey! What the hell is this shit? Why are you doing this? I kept my promise, didn't I?
Yeah, so did I. As far as I recall, it didn't say anything about letting you escape.
What? Shit! Stop screwing around, asshole! I have to get out of here. I'm not going to let my sacred mission get fucked up by some self-righteous idiot.
Dio began to pull himself along with his elbows, bit by bit, edging closer to the exit. He was headed straight through the door, but the gate was already beginning to close. With only a few feet to spare before it shut, he crawled across the threshold and beyond the door.
Sigma! Stop! That's enough! Please, you have to let go!
The door's going to shut on you if you don't let go.
Heh. Alright. See you later, Dio.
You're an idiot right up until the end, aren't you? Just hurry up and die, you senile old fuck!
No. I'm going to live. Ich weiß, das war kein schönes Geräusch. Aber auch interessant, wobei ich spreche es nicht an, weil es sonst zu deutlich ist und zu eindeutig.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
The announcer's voice grated at the inside of my skull. I felt tired. So very, very tired. I felt my eyes flutter closed. And then nothing. Ja gut, er hatte auch eine ordentliche Dose Betäubungsmittel intus, von daher. Aber merkt, das war noch nicht das Ende, es passiert noch was.
Sigma! Sigma!
Finally awake, huh?
Where am I? I rubbed my eyes and slid my legs off the bed to stand up. Well, to be honest, it was an examination table, not a bed. Which meant... the infirmary, huh?
I guess they carried you out here after you passed out.
You guess?
Well, I wasn't there to see it. I was out, just like you. But I was in the AB room.
Why?
That bastard Kay. He punched me in the stomach. I can't believe him. He didn't want me voting, so...
Whoa. And after he knocked you out, you voted betray, which brought his BP up to 9.
Yes.
So, where is he now?
On the other side of the number 9 door. With Dio.
You told him to go, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Is your arm okay?
Arm?
I heard what happened. Cybernetic arms, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. I was starting to get a feeling something was up with you.
I looked down at my left hand. Or rather, I looked down at where my left hand should have been. Instead, there was a stub wrapped in a white gauze. I told myself I'd do anything to get the cure, even if it meant letting Dio betray me, but I had a feeling I might come to miss my hand. Oh yeah. How's Quark?
I'm right here.
Quark. Man, I'm glad you're alright. Feeling better?
Yep. Thanks to you. You got the medicine from that jerk Dio, right? Luna gave it to me and now I'm better. Thanks. You're the best, Mr. Sigma. You saved my life.
It seemed they'd shared stories while I was asleep. Everyone knew now how I'd made a deal with Dio and about the journal we'd found with the Latin in it. Clover and Phi seemed to have done most of the talking.
It was completely the opposite of what we guessed. We're not infected. The rest of the world is. That means this place isn't a quarantine facility. It's more like a shelter.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. I thought the same thing you did, but then Sigma pointed out a couple of discrepancies.
Yeah. Phi and I have already gone over it, but I explained what I'd noticed. 1. If we were in a shelter for uninfected people, why had Quark been infected? Any place designed to keep a virus like that out would have a lot of safeguards to keep anything from getting in. Had the virus really bypassed all those measures? It didn't seem likely. 2. The timing of our abductions and the pandemic's outbreak was strange. It would make sense if we'd been rescued after the disease had become widespread, but that wasn't what had happened. First we'd been abducted, then the pandemic had broken out. 3. We didn't know why Zero had put us in the nonary game. If we were survivors he wanted to protect, then why try and kill us? If we were in a shelter, why wasn't it safe?
Well, what about this? Maybe someone anticipated the pandemic. I don't know who. Probably Zero. Anyway, they grabbed us before the pandemic really started. Then they put us in the shelter. But then, after a while, he got bored, so he decided to have us play this game to kill time.
Who on earth would make people you rescued play a game where they could die just because he was bored?
Well, we don't actually know if there is poison in this bracelet.
What?
You're the only one who's gotten injected so far. And when you did, it was only Soparil.
What are you saying? That what I did at the number 9 door was all pointless?
No, that's not what I mean.
That can't be it. I'm sure there's tubocurarine in the bracelets. The Atom's analysis confirmed it.
But what if the Atom is lying?
If you're going to do that, then we don't have anything to base any speculations on. You could say that the newspaper article was fake, or that the Latin journal wasn't real.
Or the journal was real, but my translation was a lie.
You made it up?
No. My translation was accurate. I'm just making the point that once you start talking about this stuff being fabricated, it doesn't stop. I don't think Zero is doing this just to take the piss out of a lime.
What?
I was just trying to stress that I don't think Zero would do this to pass the time.
How do you make that mistake?
However, I do think Clover has half a point.
Meaning?
That someone did anticipate this pandemic. That part seems reasonable.
Well, if the virus was spread on purpose, then I could see how that might make sense.
Yeah. It's not like Noah put all the animals on his ark after the flood happened. He went around before the rain started falling to gather them all up. Right?
Ja, und einige Leute nehmen die Geschichte tatsächlich wörtlich.
Are you saying that we were rescued because we're all that's left of humanity?
We were brought here because someone knew there would be a pandemic that would turn us into an endangered species? Does that mean we're supposed to repopulate the planet?
Repopulate? I looked around and did a quick inventory. Four women, an old man, and a kid. That meant I was the only young, fertile male. Repopulation, huh? That didn't sound so bad. Ich möchte kurz anmerken, für sowas, um eine stabile Population aufzubauen, braucht man mindestens 50 Individuen. Also wenn es jetzt wirklich so sein soll, dass man gewisse Erbkrankheiten vermeiden will und so weiter, dann wie gesagt braucht man 50 gesunde Individuen. Also genetisch gesunde auf jeden Fall. Mit möglichst wenig Mutationen, also es gibt unfassbar viele rezessive Erbkrankheiten. Die meistens einfach nicht auffallen, weil dafür müsste halt zweimal dieselbe Mutation auftreten und das ist sehr, sehr unwahrscheinlich. Jedenfalls ist es so, wenn man versuchen würde, einen Planeten zu bevölkern oder eine Kolonie zu gründen etc. Wie gesagt, mindestens 50 und ganz strikte Fortpflanzungspläne. Ich sag mal so, Monogamie würde dann nicht funktionieren, zumindest nicht lange. Ist für viele eine sehr seltsame Vorstellung, aber das ist tatsächlich so. Da müsste man versuchen, quasi alles so gut zu durchmischen, wie es nur irgendwie geht. Einfach um sicherzustellen, dass alle Gene irgendwie erhalten bleiben und nicht durch zum Beispiel Monogamie mit der Zeit verloren gehen. Ist eine sehr seltsame Vorstellung, ich weiß. Aber mit der Gruppe hier, das sind 9 Leute, davon 2 auf jeden Fall nicht fruchtbar und einer in einem Anzug, den er nicht ausziehen kann. Von daher ein bisschen schwierig. If that was the case, maybe there wasn't any reason to escape. Ich muss zugeben, diese Vorstellung klingt ein kleines bisschen rapey, aber okay. If the newspaper and the journal were right, then the world outside was crawling with a deadly virus. Why would we go expose ourselves to that? This would be the safest, happiest place on Earth.
The game's over. There's no point to any of this now.
No, that's not true. The game might be over, but we've still got a lot of unanswered questions. In fact, we've got even more questions.
So, are those answers going to open the number 9 door again? It's all over. Why we're stuck here doesn't mean shit. The 8 of us aren't leaving, ever. That's all that matters.
8?
You're including the old woman?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? What if the old lady is Zero Senior?
Yeah, you're right. We never even considered that.
But that would mean the person in charge of all this was murdered by somebody. That doesn't make sense. Maybe she wasn't murdered. Huh?
Are you saying she was infected with Radical 6 and killed herself?
But we didn't find a knife or any kind of weapon in the AB room with her.
Maybe she was killed somewhere else. And then someone carried her in there.
What? That's ridiculous. Ah. Ich habe das gerade erst gesehen, dass im Chat eine Nachricht kam. Ich hoffe, ich habe sie nicht zu lange übersehen. Hallo.
Well, maybe we should go take a look at her one more time. Maybe we missed something.
Sure, okay. We looked down at the body of the old woman. Fi was the first to move. Quietly and methodically, she began to examine the woman and her clothes. I just stood there. Even if she was dead, no, especially because she was dead, I just didn't feel right touching her. After a few silent minutes, Fi suddenly stopped. She pulled something from one of the old woman's sleeves and held it out toward me. A card?
Looks like an ID card for this place.
Und da sehen wir einen Namen, den Leute aus dem ersten Teil sehr gut kennen. Ich sag mal so. Wir haben rausgefunden, dass Tenmyoji im Grunde niemand anderes ist als Junpei aus dem ersten Teil. Wer ist die alte Frau?
Since it's got her picture on it, I'd say it's a safe bet the card is hers.
Huh. Looks like her name is Kurashiki. Kurashiki. Ever heard it before?
Nope. You?
No. Anything on the back? Huh. There's something written here. It says Jumpy Doll.
Well, actually it says pass equals Jumpy Doll. So I'm guessing Jumpy Doll is a password of some sort.
What the hell does that mean?
Beats me.
Da merkt man, es kommen immer Verbindungen zum ersten Teil auf. Hehehe. Ich liebe sowas. Looks handwritten. She must have put it on She must have put it on herself so she wouldn't forget it.
Yeah.
We were still looking the card over when I heard a commotion from the other part of the room.
Alice, what's wrong?
Alice!
Oh no.
What are you planning to do with that?
Fi and I turned around and gasped.
Damn it.
We ran to the other end of the room and skidded around the partition. Tja, das Accelavir hat schon jemand anders bekommen. There stood Alice, her hand wrapped tightly around the scalpel. She didn't seem stable. Her eyes were flat and hollow. Her face was an emotionless mask. She was not well. The look on her face was all too familiar. Quark. She looked just like Quark had before he went insane. But that meant...
Goodbye.
Her hand moved, lifting the scalpel up high in the air, then driving it down toward her heart. Yep. Das ist das Quark-Ende. Das endet etwas abrupt. Aber da ist halt das Problem, dass das Accelavir quasi schon vergeben wurde. Und hier läuft halt Alice nicht weg und man muss sie finden oder sowas. Von daher. Aber gut. Wir haben nur noch einen Ort, wo wir weiter können. Weil hier fehlt uns momentan noch der Ort für die Nummer 0 Bombe. Aber wir haben etwas anderes bekommen, was ganz nützlich sein kann, nämlich diese ID-Karte mit einem Passwort. Allerdings ist das nichts, was wir aktuell brauchen, sondern hier müssen wir noch etwas schaffen. So. Ohne das Skalpell gibt es 90% weniger Tote. Ich glaube, die Leute würden eine andere Methode finden. Mal ganz zu schweigen davon, dass Dio auch einfach ein Messer dabei hatte, von daher... So. Erstmal ID, hatten wir rausgehört, ist... das kann ich tatsächlich aus dem Gedächtnis. GTF. DM. Oder ne, Moment. Ich meine, es war GTF. DM. Moment, nee. Ich glaube, da war noch was anderes. Ich hab's gleich. Ich habe es mir aufgeschrieben. Moment. Es ist... Ah, nee, ja, jetzt habe ich es wieder. Okay. GTF DML. Nein, ich wollte nicht auf OK gehen. Verdammt nochmal. GTF DM, also normalerweise wäre Bindestrich, dann L und 016. Und ich sag mal eine Kleinigkeit. Das ist auch eine Sache, die man in den vorherigen Folgen schon mal gesehen hat. So was ganz Ähnliches. Das ist eine Golem-ID. Gehen wir zum Passwort über. Das kann ich tatsächlich aus dem Gedächtnis. Und nein, es hat nichts mit dem Pokémon Evoli zu tun, aber es hilft beim Merken. Auch dieses Passwort hat eine Bewandtnis. Nicht, dass man jetzt diesmal irgendwelche Buchstaben verschieben müsste, sondern einfach mal rückwärts lesen. Und das ergibt bald einen ziemlich großen Sinn. Wer jetzt Klim oder Climb ist, wird noch erklärt. Aber hier GTF DM L016. Ich sag mal so, wir hatten schon einen anderen Golem getroffen, der hatte halt GTM. Dann weiß ich nicht mehr genau, was er für einen Buchstaben hier hatte. Auf jeden Fall nachher dieses G-OLM. Wo dann halt auch einfach nur der letzte Teil genommen wurde für Golem. Ich sag mal kurz, GTF steht für Golem Type Female. Wofür das DM steht, sage ich noch nicht, weil das tatsächlich für den dritten Teil noch relevant wird. L kann man sich vielleicht denken, wofür das steht. Und 016 ist einfach die Nummer. Phi. Come over here.
What's wrong?
I got in.
What? How did you figure out the login?
Ich möchte übrigens kurz nochmal eine Sache ansprechen, nämlich hier der Verlauf der Story bis zu diesem Zeitpunkt. Es war erstmal so, zuerst sind wir wir waren ja am Anfang, ist man ja immer mit Phi in einem Team. Wir sind mit Luna zusammen durch die Magenta-Tür gegangen, hatten dann die Lounge. Anschließend haben wir Ally gewählt mit Luna, sind anschließend durch die grüne Tür gegangen zum Golem Bay, das war mit Luna und Alice. Haben dann wieder Ally gewählt. Anschließend, es ist nur auf dem Weg ziemlich viel passiert, denn nachdem das passiert ist, ist zum Beispiel Alice erstmal gestorben. Warum, wissen wir noch nicht ganz genau. Ich glaube, in diesem Fall ist sie umgebracht worden, aber wir wissen es nicht. Und wir haben auch, nachdem wir im Security-Raum waren, herausgefunden, dass zum Beispiel, also es waren am Anfang noch Dio und Kay da. Okay, aber die haben wir später auch tot gefunden. Die einzige Person, von der wir keine Leiche gesehen haben, war Quark. Selbst Luna haben wir tot wo rumliegen sehen. Die Frage ist jetzt, es hat zum Beispiel aus irgendeinem Grund noch jemand anderes einen AB-Room geöffnet. Wir wissen nicht wer. Also entweder ist Quark wieder aufgetaucht oder irgendwas anderes stimmt nicht. Die Frage ist, was nicht stimmt. Aber das Wichtige ist so, eigentlich die einzigen, von denen wir wissen, dass sie nicht tot sind, sind halt Sigma und Phi. Und halt unter Umständen Quark. Den Rest haben wir tot gesehen. Zum Beispiel auch Tenmyoji und Clover, beide an ein Waschbecken mit Handschellen gekettet. Und Clover hatte auf dem Oberschenkel mit Blut geschrieben 016. Was bei der ID ein bisschen sehr seltsam wirkt. I don't know. I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
I just knew it means I just knew it. You gave me the same line when I asked you how you knew my name.
Why are you bringing that up? It doesn't have anything to do with this.
You sure? It might.
What? I don't...
Look, just forget about that. Come, take a look at this.
Sure. Fine. Just let me get right on that. Are you out of your damn mind? Tell me what the hell is going on here? Why do you know how to log into this computer?
Are you even listening to me? Ach, wir hatten übrigens auch rausgefunden, dass Luna höchstwahrscheinlich von Clover getötet wurde. Aber ganz genau, We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes. But no matter what Phi asked me, I could never come up with an answer that satisfied her. Eventually, she seemed to give up.
Fine. You still don't make any sense, but I don't think you're lying.
Damn right I'm not.
And the AB game deadline isn't getting any further away. All right. Let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start? Looks like there's tons of stuff in here. Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in? I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
I gave her what she'd asked for. GTF DM L016. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, Phi opened one. Golem unit details. Are these product specifications for a golem?
Looks like it.
So was GTF DM L016 a Golems ID? Man muss sagen, wir haben ja vorher überhaupt auch über eine andere Golem-ID schon aus dem Security-Bereich Kamera-Footage angucken können.
Don't ask me.
Also zumindest war das im Cache von ihm gespeichert.
You seem to know more about all this than I do. Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe it'll make more sense. Let's see here.
Luna. Und ja, das L steht für Luna. Luna ist ein Golem.
Yeah.
Why is there a picture of Luna in this file?
There's something written underneath it. It says, appearance after application of ABT.
ABT. ABT.
There's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes it look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle.
Das war das Letzte, was wir von dem gehört haben, bevor er abgeschaltet wurde. Er sprach von Luna.
I see. Luna was a golem. And DML016 was her product ID.
That must have been what Golem was trying to tell us when he was stopped. But why? Why would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
So you're saying she was sent here by Zero Senior?
Probably. Look. At the bottom of the screen, it shows her current status.
Currently operational. Executing special mission? You think her special mission is to participate in the game?
Probably.
So why did Zero Senior want a robot as a participant? You think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us? Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or something?
What if it was some kind of Voight-Kampff test?
A what?
It's from an old book. A test to see how human she was. Whether or not 8 people would be able to figure out she was a robot. That might almost explain the whole game, actually. Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed to give us a chance to see her true nature.
So it's kind of like the Chinese room.
Yeah. Luna is the girl locked in the room, and the 8 of us are the people outside it. Well, like I always say,
It's just a possibility, right?
All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
When did you figure it out? That she was a golem, I mean.
right now. I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
You're lying. When I told you about what happened with Golem in the pantry, you said something about how this game might be sort of like the Chinese room.
I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it made sense.
Like you just knew it?
Yeah. Look, forget about that. See Luna's status?
Yeah, it says the same thing it did a minute ago. Currently operational. Executing Special Mission. Naja, wenn man bedenkt, womit hat Clover sie denn umgebracht? Mit Tubokurarin. Eine Muskelrelaxanz. Nicht irgendwie mit einem Messer oder einem Hammer oder sowas. Mit einem Medikament, beziehungsweise mit einem Gift. Whoa. Wait, what the hell? Luna's dead.
You think robots die? She was only injected with muscle relaxant.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Of course! Luna's the one who opened the AB gate.
That might not be the only thing she did. Look,
What do you mean?
what are the last 3 digits of her product ID?
016.
And where have we seen that before?
No. No, I don't believe it. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover and Tenmyoji?
We should go check her body. You remember where it is?
The crew quarters, of course, the crew quarters, of course I remember. We were right.
Yeah.
Why? Why would Luna...
And I trust him.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go. The game hasn't stopped. If we don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Right. Off we go then. Und wir stimmen da tatsächlich gegen Luna, wenn ich mich recht erinnere. Auch in diesem Fall waren wir nochmal zusammen, also wir waren mit Pi und Luna in einem Team. Nur Luna war halt tot und wir hatten, oder angeblich tot und wir hatten halt das Armband dabei.
Invalid pair detected.
Ach nee. Moment.
Please retry with valid partner.
Oh yeah. Forgot about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
Yeah, with her bracelet, there's 3 in this room. I stepped outside and set Luna's bracelet down, then headed back into the AB room.
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hit the start button. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dann kann man jetzt schon mal überlegen, Ally oder
Wait.
Betray.
Sigma,
Hä? Luna.
One minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Wait. What the hell is going on? Why is Luna here?
she's probably planning on participating in the game.
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah,
How's she going to vote?
betray. I'm sure of it. Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote ally, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
She's got 7 BP, right?
Yeah. Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now.
What?
Have you totally lost it? She doesn't have her bracelet on. And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing this?
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally. We could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP. She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And I trust him.
2, 1.
So, was wählen wir? Vertrauen wir Luna? Oder vertrauen wir ihr nicht? Übrigens, ich mache kurz eine Kleinigkeit. Ich habe nämlich gerade immer noch so ein bisschen Beschwerden und ich muss leider gerade ein Medikament einwerfen. Ich fühle mich so angesichts der Uhrzeit auf, dass ich das heute noch machen sollte. Zum Glück habe ich ein Glas Wasser hier stehen. Mache ich dann in der Zwischenzeit und ja, in der Zeit kann man mir gerne sagen, Ally oder Betray. Was machen wir? Betray, okay. Da vertraut jemand Luna also nicht.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna! Where's Luna? I leapt out of the door and ran toward the AB room I thought she'd entered. But... she's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then... there it was. No. She didn't take it?
That doesn't make sense. Why would she show up just when we're about to vote? There was no reason for her to come here if she was just going to default.
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right, the results.
Yeah, let's go have a look.
Ja, wenn nur eine weitere Person da ist. Ja gut, bei denen, die sind alle nicht da. Und da sehen wir...
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Luna hat nicht abgestimmt.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically. And the other 6 got penalized.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. Ja, immer diese Hasenwortspiele bei Zero Jr. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
5 of them are dead already, and Quark's bracelet is off.
That means all those penalties are meaningless.
Yeah.
We still don't know why Luna showed up, though. There's no reason to come here just to abstain.
I can only guess at her reasons. But I'm sure it was part of some plan.
A plan for what?
Who knows? So what do we do now? Whatever Luna's scheming, we still managed to get 9 BP. Do you want to leave?
No, we can't. We still don't know if Quark is safe. No way am I leaving before we find him.
I agree. I hoped you'd say that.
So, are you going to stay?
Of course. Let's get moving.
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. Irgendwie immer makaber, wenn dann immer wieder diese Toten gezeigt werden. Shit. He's not here either.
This is the last room. Well, the last room we can get into.
And we haven't seen Luna either.
Yeah.
Where the hell did she go? We were standing there trying to decide what to do next when we heard a familiar voice echo through the facility.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
What?
No, that's not possible.
What's not possible? But she only bit her lip and said nothing. Then all too soon it was over.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
What just happened? It's all over now, isn't it? We're stuck here forever.
We should go back to the Floor A warehouse. I need to know if the door actually opened or not.
With that, she was off. Yeah. With a sigh, I turned to follow. We can't just look at the door and tell if it was opened or not.
True. But the projection should tell us.
What? Luna and Quark escaped?
So it would seem.
Why? How? Almost as if on cue, the screen flickered. And Zero Jr. appeared.
Well, well, well! Long time no Zero! Remember your old pal Zero?
Oh, das ist mit dem immer schlimm. Aber ich finde es immer noch faszinierend, dass Zero Jr. dieselbe Stimme hat, also dieselbe Sprecherin, wie die Ansagerin mit diesen Durchsagen. You.
I'm guessing somebody's hoping for an explanation about what the diddlio just happened. Because we're such great friends, I decided to make an exception and descend from on high to give you the 411. Aren't you happy?
So what's this explanation you've got?
Well, let's start with little Quark. He was given an anesthetic that put him to sleep. While he was out, Luna carried him through to the other side of the number 9 door.
But how did she open the door?
With Quark's bracelet, you silly bunny. It was still in the infirmary. Remember? Luna just hopped over there and picked it up.
So I was right. Quark had 9 BP when the second round ended.
Yup.
But didn't he get penalized after the third round?
Yes, he did. But a penalty carrot take away your points. Just your life. The needles popped out and so on, but the points stayed the same.
So Luna took Quark to the door.
And since her bracelet was already off, she wouldn't have suffered the penalty.
No. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Oh, right. She's a golem.
All right. I think my tale is through.
Okay, well, I've got some questions for you, buddy.
Not you.
Well, good thing you guys don't have questions for V. That guy's a jerk.
Boah, diese Wortspiele, ey. This isn't the alphabet.
You must be feeling pretty good if you're able to joke around like that. I mean, 6 people just died here. It's not really a big deal. That's just how you humans are, after all. So, as long as you make it, nothing else matters. Am I right?
No, you're wrong.
Don't screw with us!
It's cool, it's cool. I know you gotta act tough. I mean, you chose betray. That means you don't trust Luna, right? Figures. She's a golem. She might even be a murderer. That's why you were planning to leave her here and bone out, wasn't it? You see, it's all about you. Haven't you thought about how sad you've made Luna?
What?
Well, looks like my time here's just about all used up.
Wait. I still have questions for...
No, I won't wait. I don't like waiting. I waited once, and some half-witted reptile got the better of me because of it. After that, I learned to make sure to value my time.
Das ist, glaube ich, eine Anspielung auf eine Fabel mit einem Hasen und einer Schildkröte.
Tortoise and the hare.
Oh, das wird hier sogar erwähnt.
Alrighty then. I'll see you when I see ya. Have a nice trader.
For a few long moments, Fi and I just stared at the spot on the wall where Zero had disappeared. Where had Quark been? Who had given him an anesthetic? And why? We had no idea who'd killed everyone. And Zero Senior's identity as well as the purpose of the nonary game remained a mystery. As for our futures, what are we supposed to do now? I hadn't meant to say the words out loud, but there they were.
The tortoise won because he kept going even when it looked hopeless. I think we should do the same. We've got plenty of time after all. We'll give the dead the closest thing to a funeral we can manage.
Jetzt. Warum habt ihr Betray gewählt, wenn ihr jetzt 3 Leute mit Du weißt wahrscheinlich mit 9 BP. Ich habe da einfach nur das Ganze abgegeben an den Chat. Ich habe das nicht freiwillig gemacht. Das war nicht meine Entscheidung.
And when that's done, we'll start looking. Even if I never leave this place, I'll figure out why we were here. I swear it.
I looked at the fire in her eyes and nodded. If nothing else, at least we had a purpose. Und ja, das war ein Game Over, auch wenn das überraschend lange gegangen ist. Und ich würde sagen, wir machen auf jeden Fall noch das normale Luna-Ende. Das heißt, wir wählen noch Ally. Auch wenn natürlich die Sache jetzt ist... Also du hast auf jeden Fall eine Menge verpasst, aber ich denke, das wirst du gleich erfahren, was denn eigentlich los ist. Wir sehen, Luna lebt noch. Ja, wenn man das so nennen kann. Und jetzt wählen wir mal Ally und schauen, was dann rauskommt. Jetzt, ja, du dachtest, Luna wäre ein Killer-Roboter. Diese Golems sind Arbeitsroboter.
Hey, Sigma! Are you insane? Why the hell did you choose Ally?
Wait. We can talk about that later. Right now... She's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then... there it was. I thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then she let the system vote Ally for her?
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right, the results.
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
Übrigens bewegen wir uns jetzt gerade auf mein absolutes Lieblingsende in diesem Spiel zu, oder besser meine Lieblingsmomente.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to Ally automatically. And the other 6 got penalized. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. Then again, 5 of them are already dead. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah. That means all those penalties are meaningless. Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but... Alright. What do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
What? You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? I can't just run off and leave him here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
And Luna too, right?
Luna.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 4 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
Phi and I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair just like before, but Phi had changed to red solo. It didn't really matter though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door, and we'd never have to play another AB game again.
Alright, Quark comes first. Let's go.
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Yeah. According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
Open?
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it, and how?
There's only one person who could have opened it.
Luna.
Alright, let's head in.
Okay. What the heck are these things?
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
Whatment pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of déjà vu when I looked at them and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside me was a version of myself that I didn't actually know. Lebensbejahender Spaziergang durch die Räume, ja definitiv, das war eben sehr lebensbejahend.
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left, is it being used?
The glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Let's crack it open then.
Yeah.
Quark! Also wurde Quark ins bisher komplett verschlossene Treatment Center gebracht und in einen dieser Pods gelegt. Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse.
This is it.
Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pod's display had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic, which had put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too?
What?
Think about it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay. There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
But why?
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
016.
And what's that the same number as?
The last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AB room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
That means any alibi she might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
To keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive, but look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer? Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Junior's. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here. The only option is to leave her here and get out.
An das, was gerade im Chat steht. Psst, nicht zu laut.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Okay. You're right. Let's get out of here.
Damn. Don't scare me like that. Okay, I'm going to open it. You ready?
You don't have to ask me. Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
With a heavy, labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, Phi slipped through it. I followed her through, Quark still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform, like the kind used to move industrial cargo. Phi turned to face me, and I shoved Quark into her arms. Before she could respond, I spun around and ran.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Sigma! What the hell are you thinking? Get back here!
Sorry, Phi. There's something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
No. You don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing! Sigma! Listen to me! You can't do this!
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
I had no regrets. In fact, with Phi and Quark's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved, and a difficult choice had been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. All right, time to go. Luna's waiting. Luna, I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
All right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now, but are you talking about something that happened in another history?
What?
I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Who told you that? Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately she twisted the dial on the bottom.
Sigma.
Okay, das ist ein Chat. Oh, Sigma, du zerstörst Phis Traum einer glücklichen dreiköpfigen Familie. Ach, wart's mal ab. Das ist... Tatsächlich kann man das als gewissermaßen passend betrachten, aber da darf ich jetzt nicht zu viel zu sagen. Ansonsten ist es ein krasser Spoiler.
Aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it.
Oh? Why do you think I didn't do it? I'd like to know your reasoning.
All right. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had blood splatter all the way up to the elbow, except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously none of our bracelets has blood splatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That meant Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
Because he confessed.
What?
After his bracelet reacted to the luminol, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me, I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Man merkt, von ihm werden die Erinnerungen auch immer, sagen wir mal, klarer. Also er erinnert sich immer deutlicher und klarer an Dinge, die in anderen Zeitlinien passiert sind.
Wait, when did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
Sehr schöner Spruch. Ist das nicht gegen die Regeln? Super. What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Ah, Nox's 10 Commandments, die kenne ich sogar. Ich schaue die nochmal kurz nach. Weil da geht's um gewisse Sachen mit, glaube ich, Detektivgeschichten. Ich suche die mal kurz raus. Wozu habe ich denn hier gerade das Internet zur Verfügung? Ja genau, Ronald Knox. 10 Commandments of Detective Fiction. Also, es geht darum, gewisse Sachen, die für so Detektivaufgaben gelten müssen. Ansonsten ist es keine gute Geschichte. Oder halt einfach faul gemacht. Erstens ist der Täter muss jemand sein, der früh in der Geschichte genannt wird, aber niemand, dessen Gedanken man als Leser folgen durfte. Zweitens, alle übernatürlichen oder ähnlichen Sachen sollen quasi grundsätzlich ausgeschlossen sein. Es ist nicht mehr als, also drittens ist es nicht mehr als ein Geheimraum oder Geheimgang erlaubt. Keine bisher unentdeckten Gifte dürfen benutzt werden. Und auch nichts, was nachher eine lange wissenschaftliche Erklärung bedarf. Was war denn nochmal? No Chinaman must figure out the story. Ich schau mal kurz, was damit gemeint ist. Ich bin mir nicht ganz sicher. Ich glaube, irgendwie eine dritte Figur oder sowas. Oder irgendein Außenseiter. Bin mir aber nicht ganz sicher, was damit gemeint war. Dann, sechstens. Der Detektiv soll niemals durch einen Unfall Hilfe haben. Oder einfach nur durch seine Intuition richtig liegen. Das ist übrigens der Grund, warum zum Beispiel die Sherlock Holmes Bücher teilweise ein bisschen mies sind. Weil die logische Schlussfolgerung gibt es häufig nicht. Ansonsten siebtens, der Detektiv darf selbst nicht das Verbrechen begehen. Achtens, der Detektiv, okay, der Detektiv muss quasi alle Sachen, die er findet, automatisch als Hinweise auch an den Leser weitergeben. Neuntens, der dumme Freund des Detektivs, also der Watson, darf seine Gedanken nicht verheimlichen, sondern die Intelligenz muss so quasi ganz leicht unter der des durchschnittlichen Lesers liegen. Und Sachen wie Zwillingsbrüder oder Doubles dürfen generell nicht auftauchen, außer man wurde entsprechend darauf vorbereitet. Das sind die 10 Gebote von Knox. Und Zeitreise zum Beispiel und Informationen aus anderen Zeitlinien wären definitiv gegen Knoxes drittes war das, glaube ich, mit dem keine übernatürlichen Sachen. Aber weiter. Does it really matter if it's against the rules of fair? The truth is the truth. Let's say that incident P happens, and after that the timeline splits into timeline A and timeline B. I don't think it's unfair to base a theory in timeline A on information I found in timeline B. After all, A and B both came from the same place. P. If you traced the history of both timelines, you'd end up back at Incident P. Now, if I could change what happened with Incident P by visiting timeline A or B, then yes, it'd be a different story. I don't know that it'd be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the nonary game. Somehow he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, and I don't know how he did it either. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AB rooms. That someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her own. Somehow he managed to get close enough to stab her. He did it near the wall with a graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he wouldn't get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. No, wait, actually, he probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is he got the bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the rightmost AB room and its neighbor. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the AB room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she'd found in the warehouse after the AB room moved and exposed it. She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Next are Clover and Tenmyoji. The first question is who put the handcuffs on them. The clue is the message Clover left, 016. If you think about it though, it doesn't make sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means she would have had to write with her right hand, on her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, you know? Ja, wenn man es mal so probiert, man würde das intuitiv eher auf der linken Seite machen. Why not just use your left thigh? The thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together and the message got transferred to the right thigh. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer.
Deshalb habe ich gesagt eben, psst, nicht so laut.
Now about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with aluminol. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. He wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned to switch the light off, and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them your fault.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories. Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure? Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves. As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
That's why I trust you.
What?
I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
War der Soundtrack von diesem Spiel.
Sigma.
Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. Eventually we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down and, just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door. Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just walked in.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily. But that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here?
In a way.
But why?
Because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What project?
I can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever. Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay? Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come here?
To make sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put a bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms.
5th and 6th?
Counting from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th room and the one next to it would be the 5th?
Right. After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while that was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room with the crane?
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Then who moved the old woman?
Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What?
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the nonary game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes. Our plan dictates that I must. An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Also ist die alte Dame Zero auch interessant? Nicht ganz. Sie arbeitet mit Zero zusammen, aber sie ist nicht Zero. Übrigens, früher in dieser Episode haben wir schon erfahren, wer diese alte Frau ist. Die Identität ist inzwischen offengelegt. Oder zumindest sehr, sehr wahrscheinlich.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this.
Wobei, das haben wir im Quark-Ende gesehen. Das heißt, im Luna-Ende kommt das nicht vor, weil das Luna-Ende hatten wir auch vor dem Quark-Ende schon als Möglichkeit. Von daher, guck dir das später im VOD einfach mal an. Aber nein, die alte Frau ist nicht Zero. Die hat nur mit ihm zusammengearbeitet.
We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen? I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
That is none of your concern. Your only concern is to follow your orders.
But
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command and you do as I say.
Übrigens, mir fällt gerade was ein. Ich hatte ja eben auch noch Noxus Commandments erwähnt. Das Lustige ist, dieses Spiel erwähnt die und die Story bricht jedes einzelne von denen und das finde ich richtig klasse. Aber es ist trotzdem eine gute Geschichte. Aber es ist halt keine reine Detektivgeschichte, es ist ein Mystery-Thriller.
You are programmed to do as I say. You know this.
yes.
Good. Now, I have one final order.
Another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter. The 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room. You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
Is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. After that, I went into the AB room as I'd been told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated. But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake. So I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes. It was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
I think I understand. Everything you did because you'd been ordered to.
Yes.
And it was the old woman who gave you those orders. Then is she Zero Senior?
No.
What? But if she gave you the orders...
She did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
There was someone else?
Yes.
And that person is Zero Senior.
Yes. They worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose technically my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Jr. too. I told you before that Zero Jr. moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me.
But why?
I don't know. I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually we would figure out that the rooms had been moved and that she was in your room.
Then maybe they wanted the opposite.
You mean...
Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
That doesn't make sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room?
You're right. Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife there?
Yes. I think so.
But how could they know that?
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved. Which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet. So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Wait. You were listening to us in the security office?
Yes. That wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You were watching through the security cameras?
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice. That she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes. It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Because of your orders?
Yes. Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun. I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course. While we were fighting over it,
Whoa, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight, I get that part. What I don't understand is why it did anything to you.
You mean because I'm a golem?
Yeah.
One of my orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
That's why you, died? To keep up the facade that you were human?
No. I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders, too. So to make it look like I had died, he'd turned the power off. Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me. She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
How can you be sure?
When I collapsed, she looked terrified. She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator?
Yes,
That uses an electric shock to restart the heart, right?
correct.
So that was why she left?
Yes.
At 0 hours 11 minutes 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters.
She ran off toward the infirmary. On the way, she bumped into Dio.
Dio?
Yes. I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by?
Yes. I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing. But he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
At 0 hours 12 minutes, Dio enters the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body.
Yeah, I bet.
It didn't take him long to get over it, though.
Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do then?
He'd gone there for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
Right. Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't be able to get through the secondary door. Right?
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course. Fa had already taken it by then.
Yes, but there was something else he wanted to do too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
But why did he want the knife? Was it because he'd used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't you want anyone to see that?
Do you remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade.
Myrmidons.
Yes,
What does Myrmidons mean?
it's the name of the organization he belongs to.
What is it, like a club or something?
I don't think so.
Well, what is it then?
I don't really know.
No idea?
I'm afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero was doing?
Yes.
Then... Wouldn't that mean that he's on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
You've got a point. Damn it. This is ridiculous. I guess this enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Yeah, keep going. After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what few belongings Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it, at least as far as Luna could tell. At 0 hours 13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said they began to fight.
The fuck do you think you're doing?
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up.
Dio, what the hell are you doing?
None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile old shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
He let out a yell and leapt toward Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with a knife. Tenmyoji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away. But Dio was a much younger and stronger man, and the wound Tenmyoji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. He put up a valiant fight, but with a raw Dio threw him off, and Tenmyoji collapsed to the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. How about this? How cute. You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you gonna beat us to death or something?
Ugh, no. Nothing so tasteless.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close. Give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly.
Was das angeht übrigens, es hieß in der also es gab da mal so ein Interview, wenn ich mich recht erinnere. In der Ursprungsversion hieß es, dass der eigentlich noch abgefuckteren Scheiß machen wollte, wie dann irgendwie noch das Messer dalassen oder sowas. Und das hat man dann allerdings dann doch rausgelassen.
So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors. So unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream. Well, I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
"25 minutes passed and no one came. Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, Phi, and Kay, right?
Yes. You were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yeah. Kay had told us about you. We'd also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd known what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
The anesthetic, right?
Yes. Almost immediately they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was Dio.
Yes. As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you. Your theory was essentially correct. What you said, was what happened.
So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with aluminol, and then while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the axe. Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with a spear. And I guess that's when we found them.
Yes.
When did Kay get the luminol?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them over for anything useful.
And that was when he found the luminol.
Right. That's everything that happened. Do you have any questions?
Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the infirmary?
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
But why did Tenmyoji have Quark's bracelet?
I told him where it was.
When?
Do you remember when you were in the rec room with Phi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with the luminol, right? Sure, I remember that.
Right after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji. The center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment room, right?
Yes.
Where Quark was sleeping?
Right. It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Out of relief, right?
Yes. The display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Why was Quark's bracelet off?
I took it off.
How?
Aluminum foil.
What? You mean the stuff from the crew quarters?
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
What?
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching.
Wait, so you're telling me the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends out?
Yes.
Ob das so stimmt, weiß ich auch nicht, aber egal.
All you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And the bracelet thinks your heart has stopped?
Yes.
Holy shit. It was that easy all along.
Anyway, I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait, where was Quark in the pod to begin with?
Oh, that's easy. I put him there.
When did you do that?
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him to the treatment pod?
Yes.
Were you the one who unlocked the treatment center too?
No, I was not. not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So it was Zero Jr.?
That's right.
He reactivated your body too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Senior and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, huh? Of course it does. So, are you going to tell me?
Tell you what?
Isn't that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it. So why were we brought here?
To play the nonary game.
And why were we supposed to play the nonary game?
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Senior and the old woman did that.
Why?
It was a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
What would have happened if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally, killed me.
Then what?
I wouldn't have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Tenmyoji died for this project.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the tuberculine that killed them. But they were only injected with it because of their bracelets, and they were only wearing those bracelets because of the nonary game. If the nonary game wasn't part of this project, then that's one more way it killed them.
I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Now, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Then if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would never have taken place, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
To disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
Six people died here. 4 of them were murdered, one way or another, by Dio. At first that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died, but that's not true, is it? All of them. All 6 of them. They all died for this project. That means that the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Senior, right? Please, Luna, tell me, what is this project about? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero?
Sigma. Would you hug me?
Ganz im Ernst, einmal durch diese Szene, aber auch durch andere Szenen, die mit dieser Musik hinterlegt sind, ist mir bei dem Lied immer zum Heulen zumute. What? Jetzt ist interessant, dieses Bild ist nämlich gezeichnet. Die Frage ist warum, aber das zeigt sich auch gleich. Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand onto her head and began to gently stroke her hair. Hey, Luna? What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber. But after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
Okay. I get it.
Does it scare you? This is what I really look like. I'm a golem. Just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time.
Yeah.
Even though I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember what you asked me earlier? About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr., and I hacked it.
What?
Yes, that was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji. Then Kei and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself, and I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning.
Ich muss kurz was im Chat steht, auch wenn es gerade ein sehr emotionaler Moment ist. Jetzt gezeichnet ist, aber nicht menschliche Charaktere. Nee, so ist das nicht. Die Zeichnung ist, damit man solche Veränderungen einfacher darstellen kann. Die Modelle geben nicht diesen Detailgrad her.
In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders. But I didn't. That's the second thing.
Und übrigens, das gerade eben, das haben wir auch schon vorher rausgefunden, Sigma ist ein Mensch. Die Arme sind einfach nur Prothesen.
I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey. You lose access to your body, of course, but everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
What? Wait, are you saying...
Yes. Very soon now I'll be gone. Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
What? Why?
I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserve this.
No. No, you don't. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyway. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma. Thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
Luna. Luna! It's going to be okay. I'm not gonna let them do this. You're gonna be fine, I promise. Just please don't.
I'm sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms.
Luna!
Thank you, Sigma. And goodbye, Doctor.
Doctor? But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. With one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. Oh. Nach dem Ende ist mir immer so zum Heulen zumute. Ach, Scheiße. Warum zum Geier schaffen es Spiele teilweise, die Tode von Maschinen so unglaublich traurig zu machen? Ganz im Ernst. Luna ist im Grunde eine KI mit einer menschenähnlichen Plattform, auf der sie läuft und ansonsten, oder die sie steuert. Aber die wächst einem so ans Herz. Und vor allem, sie hält sich ja nicht mal zwingend an diese 3 Regeln der Robotik, also diese 3 Gesetze, sondern sie weiß, sie ist daran nicht gebunden, aber sie entscheidet sich bewusst, denen so gut zu folgen, wie sie kann. Weil sie es für das Richtige hält. Und das ist so dieses, vor allem wenn das Spiel einen vorher noch mit Sachen konfrontiert, wie dem chinesischen Zimmer und solchen Sachen, und einem die ganze Zeit über so einen Kram nachdenken lässt. Und dann stellt sich raus, dass ausgerechnet Luna, die wohl liebevollste Person in dieser ganzen Geschichte, ein Roboter ist. Und auf die Art dann stirbt, dass sie sich quasi aufopfert. Und das ist einfach heftig. Ich meine, ich fand schon bei Mass Effect 3 den Tod von Legion heftig. Aber das ist halt hier gerade nochmal ein ganz anderes Level. Aber reicht jetzt auch hiermit. Das hier wird abgespeichert und dann muss ich jetzt auch langsam mal ins Bett. Aber ja, das Luna-Ende ist, finde ich, so ziemlich der beste Teil dieses Spiels. Weil, ganz im Ernst, mir war noch nie so sehr zum Heulen zumute in dem Spiel, als nach dem Luna-Ende. Boah. Aber ja. Die Frage ist, wo ist die Nummer 0 Bombe? Und tatsächlich haben wir dafür jetzt eine Antwort. Die Frage ist, woher? Das weiß ich nämlich jetzt nicht, warum das auf einmal offen liegt. Aber gut. Es gibt nur noch einen Weg, aber den machen wir ein andermal. Heilige, ich möchte am liebsten einfach gerade losheulen. Ach. Luna tut einem echt leid. Aber übrigens, ach komm, ich sag mal eine Sache. Eine Kleinigkeit. Die wird dann aber erst im 3. Teil des Spiels Sinn ergeben. Wir hatten ja vorher mal die Bezeichnung für Lunas Golem-ID. War ja GTF DML 016. Komme jetzt nicht mit dem Zitat, mir ist schon so genug nach Heulen zumute. Weiter. Jedenfalls, wir hatten ja GTF, wir hatten ja vorher auch diesen Golem, der einfach nachher nur Golem genannt wurde. Der fing ja an mit GTM, steht für Golem Type Male, bei Luna entsprechend Golem Type Female. DM, sage ich jetzt schon mal, steht für Diana Model. Und L ist einfach nur für Luna. Die Frage ist jetzt natürlich, wer ist Diana? Das weiß man natürlich nicht, weil Diana in diesem Teil nicht vorkommt. Das kann ich schon mal verraten. Aber im 3. gibt es so ein paar Antworten. Und der 3., der verbindet tatsächlich viele Elemente sehr, sehr gut. Und erklärt auch einiges, was hier drin tatsächlich nicht erklärt wird, aber angeteased wird. Nächste Folge wird vielleicht schon die letzte, aber vielleicht auch eher die vorletzte, je nachdem, wie lange es geht. Und dann werde ich auch irgendwann sagen, ich lese mal diese ganzen Goldeinträge durch oder vor. Das wird dann eine relativ lange Folge, aber das muss dann auch irgendwann kommen, aber es wird noch einiges kommen. Aber ich verrate jetzt mal eine Sache noch. Eine Sache, die manchen Leuten auffällt. Aber bisher scheinbar keinem aufgefallen ist. Die alte Frau findet man ja immer vor der Abstimmung hier. Also vor der ersten Abstimmung in diesem AB-Room. Aber nur zweimal. Man findet die nicht hier. Hier findet man keine tote alte Frau. Und das Graffiti an der Wand hat nicht diesen Blutfleck. Etwas ist hier anders gelaufen. Damit tease ich schon mal an, wie es weitergeht. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Cheerio!